Oh, life. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna
What
Matata.
does it mean? What does it mean?
It means no worries
Whoa. For how long?
for the rest of your days. I feel like it's our problem free
And it's our
philosophy. Yeah. It's Hakuna Matata. Ding. Y'all know what it is, man. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Perspective Podcast. We're here to change your perspective.
And elevate your mindset.
We here to get y'all elevated. We here y'all to get y'all to a new level and a new space. Y'all know y'all got Roman here with you.
You got Joshua here. I apologize for yawning. This cold, like no
It's
sweater,
cold.
makes me yawn, bro.
It is cold. I won't lie to you. I got you.
It's good,
You know what I'm saying? But y'all know that we here every Wednesday to give y'all a new perspective, a new mindset. We here to just love on y'all next week. You know what I'm saying? So just know that we always gonna be here. We know y'all gonna be here. We love y'all. We just gonna give y'all this perspective. Today, I was actually just on live, and we asked, what would you guys like to hear? And the suggestion that we got was emotional intelligence from the male's perspective. And we were trying to figure out how we would attack it, how we would see fit to be able to give you guys that perspective. And from us sitting down and kind of just going at it, we were saying, I think we have two different ways of looking at emotional intelligence and what that means for us in the seasons that we're in our lives and our different definitions of it. So I think it might be good for you to give your definition. I'll give mine, and then we can give the definition that we have on Google. Doesn't everybody believe in Google?
They should.
You know what I'm saying? So we could do it that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When you think about emotional intelligence, what do you think of?
For me, wow, it's cold, man. I'm yawning. For me, emotional intelligence is basically the light switch that you have on your emotions. The ability to control how you're feeling and just the emotional responses that come from situations that happen in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So your ability to regulate it, not let it affect you, and not let it overpower you, basically. And I guess that would also go out to other people, and maybe it wouldn't go out to other people. No, I'd say, okay, your ability to regulate your emotions and to, I guess, understand others. That would be the only way it's reciprocated. Not necessarily control theirs, but just understand. That would be okay. That's my definition.
I hear you. I think when I think about emotional intelligence and what it means for me, I think the biggest synopsis that I kind of get from it is the understanding of self, of my own capacity, of my own ability to not only care for somebody else, but what my bandwidth is of love, of just capacity of what I'm able to share and download or be downloaded, where I am emotionally in my thoughts and my mentality and I keep saying capacity, but I believe that is just the intelligence of it, understanding. It's like being able to see the battery percentage on your phone. Like, that's what I believe with emotional intelligence, is how you deal with people. So if I know that I'm at a day where emotionally I'm at a 10%, then I know that when I'm dealing with people,
Yo,
that's just how you did it so great.
Trying to hold it.
Yeah, it's
so cute.
so great.
I was like, hey.
Nah. You're trying to
Trying to hold it.
it was just like, it wasn't working. Either way, yeah, I feel like it really is just understanding what battery percentage we have.
Yeah.
And so if I know that I'm dealing with a situation, I might be quick to be irritated simply because I know that my percentage is low. And I need to be able to vacate the premises and have an emotional intelligence to be able to know this is just not the right season for me, the right time. Let me handle this situation later when I'm at the capacity and I have the bandwidth to be able to handle it appropriately. So that's how I kind of view emotional intelligence. You said yours. I'll give you guys the definition of what Google says, because, we believe in Google. Emotional intelligence is the ability to manage both your own emotions and understand the emotions of people around you. There are 5 keys and elements to it: is self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. I think both of us touched on both of them without even knowing.
Yeah.
That's
Say
crazy.
Say that 5 again.
So I'll give you the 5 again. Self-awareness,
Okay.
which I do believe when you have an awareness of where you are, where your capacity is. When I said the battery percentage and being able to see the bandwidth that you're able to have. Self-regulation. So like you were saying, how you be able to operate with people and move, and what you're able to give. motivation. I think none of us talked about, but I think that's good. Yeah. Being able to motivate ourselves and be able to get ourselves through what we go through. Or someone even say this, decision making, and then empathy. How much you care for others, how much you are able to feel for what they're going through and be able to relate and be able to be on the same path. And social skills. I think that's just how we're able to communicate in our emotions and where we are, where we're lacking, where we need help in, and what we need from our partner, our person, people in our life, family, all of that. I just think that when we think about emotional intelligence, a lot of times men's emotional intelligence is neglected. Men's emotional intelligence might not be looked at the same way or have the same stature or value. But I think it's important for every man to have a level of emotional intelligence to be able to operate and move throughout life. You know what I'm saying? Lack of a better example and a better analogy, if you guys have ever seen the show Boondocks, it starts off with talking about a nigga moment. And what a nigga moment literally is two men coming at it and maybe having a bad day outside of their perspective of what's happening. And because of a situation, they collide, they clash, and now it becomes something that's catastrophic simply because one didn't have the capacity, another one didn't have the capacity, and a situation happened, blow up. Now it becomes a nigga moment. And when I think about emotional intelligence, if we start to practice it, if men start to really practice it, you'll see a lot less killings, violence, whatever, simply because we're able to understand today I'm at 10%, let me go home. Yeah. It's not the day for me to be outside. I'm not even mad at you. I'm exhausted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm exhausted. Yeah. Please. Yeah. You know, just thinking about that, because I do believe that that's probably the biggest thing when it comes to emotional intelligence. You know,
the fighting, going against others.
Going against others. Sometimes I'm horrible when it comes to driving, because as soon as I'm a very patient person, I'm a very calm and relaxed person. Not a lot of things rock me. The only person that can kind of get me angry on a drop of a dime is him. So I feel like you know the button to push. Okay, yeah.
I think that's that with anybody,
Nah, he knows the.
But you're about to say a but.
The combination.
So it clearly ain't just me.
No. There's no but. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. You know the buttons. Yeah. And so knowing that and understanding that, when I think about driving, I am, as soon as I get behind the wheel, my patience is gone. Yeah. I'm cussing, I'm honking, I'm like, let's go, like, what's going? Having the intelligence to understand that, and it really just took a picture. Somebody sent me a picture, and it was like, and I think I can find it and put it up. But it's one picture of somebody driving, and they're saying, oh, I don't want to honk my horn. And then the next picture is the reason why. And it's because, somebody is coming back from the hospital. They just got bad news. Somebody else is running to a job interview and they're practicing their lines in the car. Somebody else, you know what I'm saying? It's just having a very bad day. Somebody else has got the best news of their life, whatever it is. You don't know what somebody else is going through, and having the intelligence to understand not only your own capacity, but someone else's, having empathy for them. I've tried, you could be honest and say if I've done a little bit better, of not as cussing as much in the car when I'm driving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you're asking
like yeah.
Nah, I haven't heard you say.
I think it was bad. You know what I'm saying? It was.
I was pissed.
Yeah, because it really is just like you really just don't know. And so having that intelligence or that ability to have that understanding is like, man, we we get the same 24 hours, but I don't know when yours is up. I don't know when your loved one's is up. And so many times, we're going through a lot and we don't show it, but there's a lot of things that's going on inside of us that I think that we need to sit down and really work through our childhood traumas and the things that we've gone through as children. You're saying no?
I'm against the word trauma now, bro. I swear to you. I just think you define if it's a trauma. Like, yeah, it's like two people go through the same situation. Mm-hmm. One defines it as a trauma. And one sees it as, something that happened to them,
You're right.
That's how I'm like, everyone just says child trauma. It's like, brother, you're putting a cap
negative
on
conversation.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Like, for what?
But I think that,
Like
so many times we don't go back and go over the things that we've gone through. A lot of what we suppress those things that we've gone through and just be like, I don't even want to think about it simply because it's just hard and difficult for us to deal with.
So then you can't. I mean, if that's the case, you wouldn't even label it a child.
I think it's still a trauma. I think it has to be because trauma rears itself in different ways. Kids that go through extreme traumas as a kid,
so you call it a trauma.
Extreme experiences as a kid can suppress. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
You could suppress a memory in your head, and the problem is that it rears its head in other things, and there's different trigger points that then activate those things that we go through. It doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
Is that still trauma?
It's trauma enough that your brain tries not to even think about it because of how much it affected us.
I look at it like this: Elon Musk was beat to an inch of his life when he was like youth, and he's Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying?
True. But there's somebody else that got beat to the end of their life and didn't make it, or just didn't make it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you see, but labels it trauma though. Like,
you're right. Some people are able to overcome the things that they've gone through, but I think that Elon Musk has probably gone through extensive healing and extensive therapy to be able to even have the fortitude and mental fortitude to get to what he's got to.
I wouldn't say therapy, bro.
Whatever he's gone through, there's a reason why he's able to be Elon Musk and be able to operate at such a high level.
I think even at the level of calling trauma is emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Because an experience happened, and like you said, it rears its ugly head. If you have emotional intelligence and have that ability, then it doesn't rear its head. You know what I'm saying? So someone that has it, there's a reason for everything. And like in Elon Musk's case, him getting beat to an inch of his life made him question the meaning of life to exist, and what's his purpose and all. And he had those. You ask yourself those questions at such a young age, your life's gonna be drastically different. So he had that experience, and it led him to be, okay, my experiences to forever impact and influence the world, and help them for the better. And it's like that's the show of strong emotional intelligence, of using anger, pain into something that fuels you. And that's why I get the motivation as one of the 5, because that is, your emotions is strong, and if you use it to your benefit and like corkscrew it or pivot it, then it can be a powerful thing. Like, someone goes through pain, you go through pain. It's like, let me use this to my advantage
to really fuel me. Yeah.
So
I hear
this
you.
is what you got. Use what you got.
And words are so powerful, and so that's why we talk about little things and how important our words are. So you're right, not labeling it a trauma, and it might be a traumatic experience, but when we label it as a trauma, then we start to have that feeling that's attached to it, and caps us in our emotional zone and realm.
And to be honest, I don't think I'm qualified to speak on this, because like, I'm not. I mean, and maybe this is just
your perspective,
my perspective, but also like something I've been saying about myself, and it's like almost reinforcing it. But I view my like, I'm kind of laid back, and I don't really try to. I don't know. Maybe you think it's different if you think I'm not laid back, but I have the opinion of I'm pretty much laid back. You never see me really get pissed, angry, like want to fight. Have you? I mean, you've seen me talk crazy, but like,
anybody can get there though. So I'm not saying, but it's not even a negative.
No, not anyone can get there though, because a person with emotional intelligence would never get there.
I think that's stoicism, but I could still have emotional intelligence and still. You pop off.
It wouldn't be a pop off. You feel what I'm saying?
I'll pop. There's certain things you can do, people can do, to get me there in a second. Like,
but in the vein of emotional intelligence.
Yeah, I think it's how you deal with people and your capacity to be able to deal with people and operate with people and operate within yourself.
Like, if you have emotional intelligence, no one can make you pop off. Fair enough? Based on the definition.
You have emotional intelligence, somebody touches your daughter. Somebody touches your sister.
Yeah, but
somebody touches mom.
But okay, but that's not
hopefully
pop off.
Someone touches me.
That's not pop off. That's actions have consequences. I'm saying pop off is like a crash out, like.
Oh, like just
not like
a spiral.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, like, you fight a guy in the bar, break for nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
That's
somebody
like,
say something to you,
and it affects.
And that affects you.
You're talking
100%.
like,
Yes.
Actions have consequences.
Yeah, you do that, and it's
But yeah, I saw this guy. He was he's a Muay Thai instructor, and he was basically saying how he'll never fight somebody in a bar because it's like, bro, it's not worth it. What? Because you said words to me, it's going to affect me into a case where I'm going to get in a fight. And then you don't know the trillion of things that can happen. I can break my hand punching your face, and now I'm in the hospital, and now I can't work, and then now it affects my kids. It's like, bro, just because you said some words. So it's just about that having
capacity
of emotional intelligence.
I like that.
And regulating yourself. I mean, like, I've been seen as laid back. People have told me, like, you know, shorties get mad when you're laid back. I know you got the same thing.
Nonchalant.
It's like, bro, why is it nothing affecting you? Like, bro, because it's not that serious. It's like,
it's not that.
It's really not
you
that
ain't
deep.
even.
If,
yeah,
like,
you ain't,
unless it's the situation you said, most things aren't really that deep.
True.
And if you just put it in perspective, I mean, there's a negative perspective you can go, like, bro, we're on a dot in the middle of nowhere with grass and greens, like, and you just said some words. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that, I mean, maybe that helps you
sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? But
that's my only piece of game.
It's like,
if that helps, that's my only piece of game.
See, so there's ways of looking at emotional intelligence. There's ways of understanding what it is. I think for men, and our perspective is our perspective. It could be completely different for you, you know. But at the end of the day, I think all of us do need to take a mental caption or picture of where we are and be able to work on ourselves. I think that's always a positive thing. And working on yourself is not a negative at all. We want you to be the best version of who you were called to be. But that takes taking the time and doing the hard stuff, the hard work of being able to understand who you are, where your emotional intelligence is, where your empathy is, what your capacity or bandwidth is. And then having the motivation to keep moving forward even through it all. Because like Deuce said, some things are just not that serious, man. It's not worth a life-altering experience. It really isn't. And we just want the best for you. And so you got to put in the work. We can talk about it until we're blue in the face. You got to do the work. You got to do the hard part of understanding yourself. And sometimes that takes isolation. And I think we've gone through the times of going through our isolation to be able to have the understanding of where we are and really feeding ourselves from the fruit of knowledge, you know. And so, we just want the best for you, you know. But I think that's the best perspective we've had on emotional intelligence.
Yeah. And I want to make it seem like I'm in no perfect place. But
no.
Yeah, it's definitely a life journey. And just having those tools that you can use in a given moment. Like somebody says some crazy stuff to you, you're like, are you really see? But you see what I'm saying? That's what you shouldn't do. Bro.
Yeah.
Right, you shouldn't do, because like, are you mad at what he said, or are you mad at
how it made you feel?
How it made you feel? Because I think when someone says something, it only really gets you mad. If you think at some level it's true.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because if someone's like, and I think probably I said this before, but it's because it's what I really feel. If someone's like, bro, you're short, or like, bro, you're a midget, or like some negative. I don't even. That's not maybe negative.
But like some to disrespect you.
Yeah, someone says something disrespectful, but it's so far from the truth, it doesn't even affect you. You see how it just rolls off you. But when it's something that you kind of close, and maybe you don't 100% believe it, but you've thought it before about yourself.
Or someone else has said it to you, and it's an insecurity.
And now it's an insecurity. Now, so basically, it's like just understanding why it resonates with you, why it's hitting your emotion, and that's taking the time to be like, damn, why did that affect me so much when he called me a dummy before, and I didn't really care as much, but when he said I can't ball, I'm like, I can ball.
Now it's crash out.
I didn't make the team, and now he's saying I can't ball. Like, bro. I'm about to
when I see him, it's over.
And you gotta take that time with yourself and be like, why is that? Why do you think it's true? And then, I guess if you do think it's true, and that's the reason, just try and change the narrative within yourself. You know.
Facts. Do the work.
And change the work. And that really is doing. That's the only way. If someone thinks you can't ball, and you think you can ball, get in the gym, bro, and prove to yourself, okay, he might not think, but I think. So now next time he says it's like, what?
Work.
You think he's crazy because you know you can ball. That's all I can get.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. You know, when someone insults you, I think it's a reflection of where they see themselves, not even what they believe you to be.
That's a hard thing.
You know,
Facts, yeah.
so it's like really and truly, say whatever you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Now you put your hands on that, then we gotta get at
That's
it.
just
but
actions.
Yeah, that's actions have a reaction.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And this one gonna hurt. So
Yeah.
outside of that, it's like like that's just really what it is. But yeah, I think when someone says something, talk is cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk is cheap. I remember the same people that try to talk about me when I was in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Really try to get at me for some foolishness. And back when I was in middle school, it affected me. And now I look at them and I'm like, where they at?
Can't be talking.
Where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had the same time I had. What you did with it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you just gotta allow to get out of that moment and get out of your ego about certain things, because like you said, certain things that people be saying about you,
Not true.
not even true at the end of the day. So get out your ego about it. Let them say what they gotta say. Hey, they're gonna roll off my back. I'm really pressure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you I'm really pressure. Like, you know what I'm saying? My problem is I ain't even gotta say it to you. I'll take your shot. Let me not say it to you.
Oh gosh.
Let me just, man. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Perspective Podcast, where we're here to change your perspective.
And elevate your mindset.
We're here to elevate y'all. So y'all know that every Wednesday we got a new perspective to give y'all. So make sure you tune in, tapped in. Send this to the man in your life, whoever that is. Send this to also your girlfriends and other people that you want to be edified and have a new perspective or understanding. We're just here really to give you guys our perspective, and you let us know in the comments or wherever you're getting this. Even shoot us DMs and messages. You guys been doing that, and we appreciate it, about how you feel and how it affects you in whatever way. We love to hear it. We love to have a community and be able to have this perspective with y'all and share this perspective with y'all. So just thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We're proud of you, and we're praying for you. And we got a new Perspective Pod for y'all next week, so make sure y'all tuned in. Y'all know what it is. Perspective Pod. Right!